Ruben, I should imagine it's been quite a good week, a real spring in the step, real good vibes, good spirit after that win at Anfield last Sunday.
Yeah, it was. When you win, it doesn't matter. Nowadays, it doesn't matter the opponent. I know how happy the fans are, but for us, just to win the game help us during the week. But then, after the first day, that was a good feeling. No one was being different or complacent during trainings, and that was a good sign. And we are moving for the next one because we know that football is like just about the last game, and that is the most important thing.
On Brighton, will you learn more about your team, do you feel, more the visit of Brighton than you did for your visit to Anfield last week in terms of the attention to detail and that commitment again that you want to see?
No, I try to be to push even a little bit more in some games that we won and try to win back to back. I'm learning that sometimes we can push, but sometimes we can let the players to be normal. That is a good thing that you are learning about the group, the environment on the team. So it was a week, a really normal week. Trying to show my players that Brighton is really hard to beat, and they like to play against teams that want the ball. All that details for them to be ready. But to tell you the truth, it was like a natural week.
You said they were fun to watch. You clearly enjoy watching them. How difficult are they to play against? I know you say they are hard to beat. You want to do better than you did last season against them, which I think you said at the time was one of the worst performances in Manchester United history.
No, what I said was that we were the worst team of Manchester United history, but was about me. Since I was in the club, or I am in the club, we were not winning almost any game. That was my feeling, and was my frustration talking in the end of the game. What I think is that we need to play better than we play against Liverpool, especially with the ball, but we need to maintain the same focus. They are really dangerous. They like to have the ball. We know how they want to create the opportunities. So we need to face Brighton like we faced Liverpool, and that is the mindset of a big team. We need to win every game, so we face every game in the same way.
I know you like to move on. You don't like to look back, but how do you approach that game then against Brighton? Because the momentum is there, the spirit is there, the mood is there.
For me, it's important to explain. The players already know, but it's important for the players to understand that it's a different game. That against Liverpool, if they have the ball is not an issue. We can let that team get nervous. But playing at Old Trafford, the way people see Liverpool or see Brighton in a different way, we can not get nervous if they have the ball sometimes. We need to be focused on set pieces. We need to know that Minte and Mitoma are going to run behind. All these small things we try to show to the players for them to be ready. If they are ready to go to the game, they will play better because they don't need to think so much during the game. So we prepare the week by showing that, especially in our league, every game is really hard, and we need to face every game in the same way.
Can I ask you about Harry Maguire? Because he's a player who's shown a lot of commitment to this club, to this team. He's been on the end of stick, he's been on the end of criticism, he's been on the end of abuse, sometimes beyond football. How happy were you for him that he had his moment? He deserved that moment at Anfield last week.
He had some moments. You remember the game against Lyon, the way he scored the goal. If there is a guy that deserves to score this kind of goals, is him. What I think he needs to think is that is in the past, and he has so much to live, and that is the important thing. And then I think he is a good example for all our players, that you can come back from any situation, because Harry proved that. And for that, we need to be a family to help every player, because in our club, the attention, the pressure is really high, and we need to to help each other to overcome this kind of moments. And Harry is a very good example. But I will say to Harry the same that I say to them. In 5 years, in 10 years, when they finish their careers, nobody is going to remember them. Nobody is going to talk about them every day. So enjoy life. Enjoy every moment, like the goal against Liverpool. That is the most important thing. And let's help each other to overcome these moments.
They'll remember that goal against Liverpool, though.
Yeah, of course.
Manchester United fans
what
will
I mean
remember
is
that
that
goal.
sometimes we are so focused on social media and what people say that in many years nobody is going to care about you. So let's do what Harry did. He fought. He had some bad moments, but he's here helping our team, scoring important goals, and then the fans are helping him to return to his level because he's a very good player.
There's one player I want to ask you about before we move on. Marcus Rashford seems happy to stay at Barcelona. Has spoken of his desire to stay beyond his loan spell. Are you happy that he's found a place where he's happy and enjoying himself again and continuing to thrive?
I'm happy for all the players that they deserve to be happy. Sometimes you are in the place that is not for you, but then you go to other place and you are happier. That is natural. I feel the same with Rasmus. I feel the same with a lot of players. With Anthony, that he found out his place also. So I'm happy with them. It's nothing. I don't have any personal problem with anyone here. I was a footballer. I know how they suffer. I know how they think. So I'm really happy for all of them to find the right spot for them to be happy.
And are you happy with you? Because it's nearly a year since you walked through these doors and you faced quite a lot of adversity, but you've come through it.
Yeah, I think, but I had a lot of support, and you can start with George here. You can start with the board, the players. Of course, it's a fight every day in our club, and you want to change things. There's a lot to do, but I grew up a lot. I enjoy to be here. I think there's not another club like this, so give you the strength to fight for the opportunity. But I live day by day, and I know that this change so fast. So I need to fight every day to maintain my job, and that is a good thing because that is life. If life is always good or always bad, it's not life. Life is like this, and I really enjoy my life here.
One of the things you said in one of the many interviews you did when you first arrived was that this job wouldn't change you, but it would change your life. In what way has it changed your life, if it has, in these 12 months so far?
I think it changed a little bit my life. The exposure that I have is completely different. My habits is more or less the same. I live a simple life, but this changed my life. And again, when I'm in my dressing room at Old Trafford and I see 23 pictures of manager, I know how important it is my job, the honor that I have, and I want to succeed. I don't want to leave this club without winning, and that is so massive for me. So this is not going to change who I am. That is for sure, because I'm really clear on that. But it changed my life. My life is completely different now, as you suspect, to be a manager of Manchester United.
In a good way, has it changed?
In a good way. In some things are a bad way, but it's with all the things that happen in the world, I'm privileged. So I will not say change in a bad way. All the attention, you don't feel all the time that freedom that I had in the past, but it's all good things. I have a very good life. The fans here, no matter what happened, they support me. I can live my life quite well here. And I love your country. That is a thing that I find out during this year. So it changed my life, most of the things for the best.
What do you like about it?
I think you leave the fans here because you center everything about the results and about your life as a manager. But here is different. I feel the support no matter what happened. I live in one spot that because some of the big players live there, nobody cared about me, and that is a blast.
What? No one ever stops you when they see you?
No,
Really?
no. I
Or you
point,
in disguise?
I just point to the other guys, like Bruno is always there in the schools. All these guys from other clubs. So I point to them. They go to the guys. So I'm really enjoy the way people face the competition here. I know that the pressure and everything you read in Portugal is like he's crazy about here. No, social media is crazy in everywhere. Media. It's normal. You need to sell. You need to create the headlines. But if you live your life here, it's completely different, and you can enjoy life. You guys pay a lot of attention to the families, the way you live, you day by day. So I feel quite comfortable here.
When you say you feel uncomfortable, has there been at any stage where you felt uncomfortable? And I say that because it does seem to feel like October has been a long month for you. When you go from the start and what we, the media, were saying, and pundits and ex-players, to where you find yourself now, and what Sir Jim had said also in the international break.
First of all, I know that everything changed, like you said, in 1 month. Everything changed. Of course, that interview of the owner helped to calm down the things. But again, I have zero fear of losing any job. That will not change my life now in the place that I am. Is not going to change that. My biggest fear is not winning games. That is the feeling of suffering, because I suffer when I don't lose games. So that is the only thing that I'm focused on. Not what people think. Of course, I want everyone to love my football and saying that I'm the best manager in the world, but that is not going to happen no matter what happens. I just want to win games. If I win games, I will be happy.
But to be the best football manager in the world, and certainly to be one of the best in this rebuild that you're doing here at Manchester United, people talk about stages and how long each stage takes. Is that how you're going about this job? And if so, what stage are you at?
It's hard to say. I don't know how long it's going to take. What I can say is that I'm going to do what is the best for the club. And that is going to be always my option. I will not do nothing to save myself and not think about what is best for the club. And I think I proved a little bit of that during 1 year. And that is something that I can promise to any fan of Manchester United. This club is in the first place. Doesn't matter my job or anyone's job. The most important thing is to do everything that is going to help the Manchester United to return to the trophies. And when I say trophies, is winning Premier League, is winning Champions League. I will try to be one piece that helps the club to return to that place. If I'm going to be here in the final stage, I don't know. That is not my concern, but I'm going to do everything to help the club to return to that place.